Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to this new webinar series called Deeper Insights. Today, we have with us folks from BRIDGEi2i Analytics Solutions who will be the esteemed speakers. Just to give you a brief background about why we are organizing this session, as you're all aware, uh, as per our recent research, there are more than 93,500 open jobs in analytics. This was as of August 2020. And despite COVID-19 pandemic, India has contributed to almost 10% of the total global analytics job openings as per the study. So folks, to help you professionals with the necessary guidance to make a career in analytics and data science, we are organizing this new online series called Deeper Insights. And the main aim is to help you all in the data science community as well as aspiring professionals with insights on what the analytics companies look for while recruiting for their data science teams, and also give you a glimpse about some of the top analytics organizations, work culture, open positions, some of the skills that they look out for in this particular field. So folks, I would like to give a quick introduction of our esteemed speakers for this session today. We have Preeth Joseph. She is the Director, Talent Strategy and Operations at BRIDGEi2i Analytics Solutions. She is in fact a seasoned HR professional with over 17 years of experience across diverse roles such as performance management, employee lifecycle management, legal and statutory compliance, compensation and benefits, HR operations, team mentoring, and leadership. Before BRIDGEi2i, she has worked with companies such as Mu Sigma and Assure Consulting Services. Welcome, Preeth.
Thank you, Pradeep.
We also have Venniza Gladys. She is the Senior Executive Talent Acquisition at BRIDGEi2i Analytics Solutions. And Venniza holds more than 10 years of experience in managing talent and acquisition across companies such as Mu Sigma, Abbott, and others. And she also has now deep expertise in various avenues of HR business. Joining Preeth and Venniza, we also have Ashwin Karthik. Ashwin has a degree in theoretical computer science, and he's very passionate to explore the interplay between data and technology. In fact, Ashwin started as an intern at BRIDGEi2i, and that was straight out of college. But today he has more than 5 years of experience as lead solution developer at BRIDGEi2i's AI labs. So welcome, Preeth, Venniza, and Ashwin. I would like to start the session by asking Preeth to commence her presentation. Firstly, Preeth, it'll be great to know more about BRIDGEi2i as an organization. If you could give us more insights on that.
Sure. Thank you, Pradeep, for a quick introduction about the three of us. And also thank you to AIM for organizing a session for us like this. To talk about BRIDGEi2i, so we all today live in an age of information and digital, and we pretty much use our mobile phones to do most of our web searches these days. And some of the latest stats say that about 4.9 billion humans use internet, and about 2.5 quintillion bytes of data gets accumulated or created every day. That's humongous, right? And so if we have to really use this data, we need if you have to really work on this humongous amount of data, we need AI technology. And BRIDGEi2i is in this space where we help our clients help in terms of deciding what is going to happen and what is the best solution that they could take up in terms of solving a business problem. We've seen data being stored in mainframe technology, using mainframe technologies. Today, data gets stored in cloud. This journey probably was started about 2 decades ago, but the pace at which data is getting accumulated every day is so rapid that we require people with a flair for data and people who has the ability to solve problems and also think that learning is a passion and keep improving themselves and also work with collaboration with various facets of people who come together to actually deliver a business outcome to our clients. So in addition, we will require people who has a flair. That's more of an attitude and an aptitude of an individual, but we will require some people with a flair for mathematics, statistics, and programming skills to really develop themselves as algorithmic experts or technology experts and a good business understanding to develop themselves as a consulting person in this domain. Yeah. So none of this comes in a package, these are not skills that can be developed by an individual and you don't find it in one individual as well, right? And hence at BRIDGEi2i, we have our Scala program, which is our learning and development team, which makes sure that there is enough technical programs, there is leadership skills that help individual to develop themselves. During their journey, they also identify and relate themselves to a persona. When I say a persona, they could be strong as a data scientist, they could be very strong as a technical person, they could be a domain expert as well. So depending on their interest, they can pick up a career path which is best suited to them. And at BRIDGEi2i, we work towards driving faster and better decisions across the enterprises that we engage with. We largely work with client industries in the space of CPG, financial services, insurance, tech, and manufacturing. Having said that, how do we deliver a good business outcome to our client? We need to deliver a business good outcome to our clients. We need data, which is information. We use technology to derive insights, and then through contextual solutions, we deliver a business impact to our clients. We've been in the business for about 10 years now, and with about 700 plus employees and about 40 plus clients based out of Bangalore with offices in the US, Australia, and India. That's a short brief about us, Pradeep.
Thank you, Preeth. Thank you for taking us through some of the facets of BRIDGEi2i, specifically the business unit within here in India. Any specific pointers that you would have for us about the culture within your organization?
Sure. Happy to talk about that too. So as an organization, we are a bunch of professionals who work towards a common goal of creating value to self, to our customers, and to communities that we contribute to. But to top it all, I think we are a people-driven organization who think collaboration is a must, very friendly, open, We also believe that innovation doesn't happen without making mistakes. So open towards the idea of somebody being able to make mistakes and learn from that mistakes. So that's how I would talk about our culture, Pradeep.
Great. That's really good to know, Preet. Um, so the other aspect that our audience would be interested to know is specifically on some of the data science roles that BRIDGEi2i perhaps would have currently. If you could shed some light on those points as well.
So I think I'll ask Venniza from our panel to talk about that. Venniza.
Yeah, thank you, Preeth. And at the outset, I would like to acknowledge Analytics India magazine for this initiative and having us for this session. So thank you, Pradeep. And as part of this team that empowers talent, I would like to say a warm hello to everyone part of the call. We at as BI2ians totally believe to transform AI for better life, and also we provide companies an AI for their digital enterprise business. So, however, the plain truth still remains is the tech world changes rapidly, and you try to compete in the market to find a place to showcase or promote your best skill. So, well, in order to do that, BRIDGEi2i allows you to develop, grow, and showcase this capability, and also work with top-notch technologies in the space of data science, data engineering, and application development. So, moreover, you will look at an evolution for yourself. So, if you are probably a technology enthusiast and probably believe to become a change catalyst, well, this is the right place for you. So at this time that I got an opportunity, I would like to call out few roles that's up for hiring. We are looking for cloud data engineers, application developers, statistical modeling experts, machine learning engineers, data architects, and of course, well, more to go. So I think there's no reason to wait. You can definitely come join our team. And well, how do you do that? You can visit our careers page at bridgei2i.com and follow us on LinkedIn at BRIDGEi2i Analytics. And you'll also get a lot of updates, podcasts on all our achievements, latest recognitions, everything you would be able to see also on the open opportunities available. So looking forward to see you all there. Thank you, Pradeep. Yeah.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for taking us through some of the current openings at BRIDGEi2i. Folks, we would be happy to take your questions. Please feel free to type your questions in the chat. I can pick them up and I'll read out the question along with your name, and our esteemed panelists, one of our esteemed panelists, will be able to quickly answer them. There is a chat option in your control panel. Please use the same chat option to type in your questions. I think meanwhile, while the attendees type their questions, I think I would like to ask Ashwin. Ashwin, since you are from the technology background at BRIDGEi2i, I specifically wanted to ask you, what will be a typical, say, a role of a technology enthusiast or say a developer in the data science industry?
Thank you, Pradeep. So that's indeed a great question. So actually, often the role of technology in data science domain is being overlooked. People often associate it with a reporting kind of thing and just dealing with some numbers, etc. But actually, for a tech enthusiast, this domain is a complete paradise. So there are numerous things that can be explored, and especially when a person is tech savvy and loves coding and want to build a software of their own, there are multiple explorations that they can do in this domain. So as Vanessa mentioned, there is a part where data doesn't just turn itself into some meaningful insights or cool visualizations. People have to massage the data, get it out, make sure that it's real time and has its impact, etc. So that is where the data engineering role comes into picture. So it's not just about storing data, etc. It's always about how to. It's like a treasure hunt, right? So you want to explore something and get some insights of data, and it doesn't happen automatically. So that cool part, creating the softwares for doing it, creating that entire end-to-end pipeline for data to make sure that we get everything real. So that's the cool part about this industry. So we often see this analytics coming even in our recent cricket matches, right? So where real time we have that. Hawkeye, etc. So everything is nothing but what a data engineer does. So that's a cool part that we have over here. And the other part is as a developer itself, right? So it's not like nobody's going to go through lots of reports now. Everybody has a tablet, phone, or a laptop where they can actually see a lot of applications with cool visualization. And that developer has to develop over there, and that's a perfect ground for a software engineer to start their career of building their own applications, which will be used by many people, and that too by key CXOs of big organizations, right? So, and the other important thing over here is it's not just about a traditional way, right? That we build a tool and it will be used. Every project, every new problem that we face requires something innovative. So we have to again go to the drawing board and have to come up with our own way of designing the thing. It's not like we design one thing and every next 10-15 project is going to just work with it. So it's never a boring area, and also it offers something extra than what any traditional software development company can actually offer to us in terms of being in the forefront of technology, learning new things, cloud, etc. Everything comes into picture. So from my personal experience, this 5 years, I have explored so many things that some of my friends who passed out with me have, they are still a front-end developer or a back-end developer. But this provides a perfect ground for me to explore and understand the entire ecosystem as such. So I would say it's a very perfect thing for a tech enthusiast to start their career off, and also just grow their career here.
Okay. That's a very comprehensive explanation, Ashwin. Thank you very much for that. Uh, so panelists, we do have a bunch of questions that people have posted. I would like to pick up this question from Aditya. Now he says that, or rather, he's asking. He wants to know what the HR teams look at in a resume, specifically somebody who is looking to transition to analytics from other industry with say no relevant work experience, but only has a certification in analytics and BI from an institute. So essentially, he wants to know what the HR teams look for in such a resume, who has no prior experience in analytics, but now has a degree in analytics and BI.
So Pradeep, I'll take that, and Venniza, maybe you could add. So Aditya, we do have openings at a business analyst level where employees are put through, prospective candidates are put through tests, which is the base process for them to get through our initial round. And post which, it is a it's your ability to pick up learning on the go. So we, like I mentioned in our slides about how we look for people who have a flair for data problem solving, which means you require good amount of mathematics and quantitative skills to really crack our exams or the tests that we have. So that's pretty much what we look at a entry level, Aditya. That, Venniza, do you want to add anything else?
Yeah, sure, Preeth. Just adding on, I think it's also on the application capability that you show in terms of some skill set, probably some tools. What are the courses that you have done? How do you know the implementation of them? So these are some basic things that's good that you have them well learned. And I think while we give you the opportunity to apply and on the go, definitely there'll be a lot of training, as Preeth lightly said, in terms of Scala. That is our main motive, right? So those are the additional things that you'll be able to pick up, Aditya. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Preet. Thank you, Veneza. Our next question is from Nikhil. Now, Nikhil says that he's currently working in performance testing, and he's been in this current performance testing domain for about 3 years now. But now he's looking to switch over to a data analyst role. But his dilemma is it really a good step? Is it the right direction that he's taking to build his career within the data science domain? A switch from performance testing of 3 years to data analyst. What would you say?
Okay. So Nikhil, see if how do you know whether you fit into this fit into a data science kind of a role is more about your ability to solve problems and using technology and statistics and stuff like that. And if you're able to, if you think that you are good at this, then I don't. It's fine to switch your career. I mean, and you're not. You don't hold umpty years of experience to think twice about it. Data analyst is a data science is a in thing now, and if you think you have the ability to that is look forward in the organizations which is looking for data science professionals, then I think you can pick up any skill and apply for a job of that nature. You don't even need to pick up a course on that line as well. You could apply directly because there are opportunities which will take you at an entry level, but that is something that you should be open to restart in a new career option.
Okay. Thank you, Preet. We have a next question from Daineshwar. This is a little more on the technical side. Now, Daineshwar wants to understand some of the popular tools that are used in data analytics. If Ashwin, if you could give some insights on what kind of data analytics tools that probably a data scientist or a data analyst within your organization would need to have understanding and use it on a day-to-day basis.
Okay. So thinking or talking about the tools point of view, there are multiple areas of data science that we deal with, and every area requires a certain set of tools, and it's always not restricted towards tools because this domain actually keeps on evolving. So let's say visualization. That's something that our end users consume. They see cool charts, dashboards, etc. So in that domain, we have Tableau, ClickSense, and then there are multiple other visualization tools that is available, which we have experts upon. And apart from this, we make our own charts using JavaScript. D3.js is a cool library, which our software developers are well aware of. So if we feel that whatever Tableau or ClickSense or Power BI, etc., doesn't have, in which we can represent our insights in a more cooler way, then we create our own graphics, etc. So that is one part in terms of visualization. Coming to a data engineering point of view, we have lots of databases, right? So Postgres, Vertica, graph databases. We do use graph databases also for certain solutions that we build. So all these things are a set of tools to just store and organize data. And then to massage data and have a pipeline, we use Talend, we use Alteryx, etc., to make sure that the pipeline is proper. So these are all some readily available tools in the market. But this said, we often deal with problem which might not have a readily available solution. So that is where we have our big data engineers coming into picture and making their own tools using Java, Python, and then we use all sort of programming language to create our own softwares to make sure that the solution is properly built. So this is from a data engineering point of view. When we go for an application developer, obviously there is a front end where we usually go with JS. So currently the coolest thing is React JS, but yeah, it has been cool just for 3 years now, so we don't know what's next to come. So we have our basic strong to adapt to anything that we build upon. from backend point of view, majorly we deal with Python because it has always been very easy to learn and as well as put it into action language. But apart from that, we also go with other languages like Java, R, etc., wherever there is a requirement that is present. So this is more from a backend point of view that we use. So yeah, I can actually I can talk the whole day about various frameworks and tools that we have. But I think this could have given you a fair idea about what we use and what you might know. So the thing is, even if you feel you're comfortable in one of these things, you're definitely welcome.
Okay. In fact, Ashwin, he has a follow-up question for you. He's saying that since 2018, he's working on Splunk,
Okay.
and so he wants to know how are the opportunities there or how relevant it is
Okay.
with your scheme of things. Yeah.
So in our current framework, we are not using Splunk as such. We have never seen a need for it. So I would say currently there is no such opportunities over here. But that said, again, tools are one thing, and the way in which we have to use it is another. So that's our logical thinking and all our other skills comes into picture. So if you are really good in using Splunk, and if you can adapt for other tools or other programming language, then that's the juice we look for if you really want to have a career opportunity over here.
Okay. Thank you, Ashwin. We do have a lot of technical questions, so it looks like the audience are definitely technical savvy here. I would like to read out the next question. This is from Thiru Murugan, and he says that he has recently completed a data science program and he's good at R programming. But his query is that currently people are asking about Python skill. So his question to you is, should he learn Python as well?
Okay. So hi Tirumugan, that's a very good question. And actually it was a part of my journey because fresh out of college we were taught data science and its related concepts. We had certain subjects and R was the major language that was used. So when I joined, I had no idea about Python. But the cool thing about Python is it's a very easy language to learn, right? It's like writing English, and it wouldn't take more than a month or two, especially if you are comfortable with all the data analytics concept and the programming constructs of R, then it's very easy to adapt. But that said, Python is also a proper software development language, so it has lots of programming construct as such. And currently, it has been rated as one of the most easiest language to learn. So if you comfortably spend around 3-4 hours every week, 2 months, you should be comfortable in Python. And that said, R is a very great language for processing data, but it cannot handle a huge amount of data that has some practical sense. It's mostly from an experimental point of view. So I would personally recommend you to start learning Python, and you should be there in no time. So that's my view.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Ashwin. I think there is another question. This is from Ritu, and she specifically would like you to answer this question. Now, she wants to know some of the technical challenges uh, uh, which you felt were easy to manage because of the culture at BRIDGEi2i, the supportive culture at BRIDGEi2i for its developers. Can you think of an instance and if you can share that with us?
That's actually a great question. Talks about our culture a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ritu, for that question. So it's basically like we are all not an experts in all the fields that we want to be, and there are always some grounds that we have to go back and learn. But that said, in our office, we have people who are comfortable in some areas. So right from the start, I have always had that help from my seniors as well as from my peers on any technology that I was put into. I started off with SQL, and I had some super cool seniors who are nowhere involved in the project, but they were accessible to me whenever I wanted any help. And we used to have this brainstorming sessions and everything. Our managers were so cool. They were accessible any point of. So that has always been the part. And as I mentioned in the start, I have actually explored a huge amount of technology in the journey in BRIDGEi2i till now. And almost everything was like, we start from scratch, we start learning, and there is a person to brainstorm with, and we discuss, and then we become experts over there together. So this is one point. But that said, this is on the floor help. Apart from that, I think Preeth has already mentioned about the Scala program that we have, where wherever we are expert in certain things, we actually conduct courses for the entire organization. Anybody is free to enroll. Doesn't mean whether you are a technology person or you are in a consulting domain or anything. If you're just interested, let's say in learning Python, you can just come and learn Python. Same thing applies to everything, right? So let it be machine learning, computer vision, NLP. We have experts who teach course within our organization for us. So that's another, something that we don't even have to go and look for, but it's automatically available to us. So there was any new technology learning feels like a challenge for me, but we actually can easily bridge to that and become an expert in no time, being an organization like BRIDGEi2i.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ashwin, for sharing your experience at BRIDGEi2i. I'm sure that would instill a lot of confidence amongst the attendees who had similar doubts within them. There are also a lot of questions from the attendees, specifically on some of the internship opportunities that are available, say for freshers or so freshers who are looking to get into the analytics domain. What sort of opportunities can they expect from BRIDGEi2i?
Sure. So I'll take that, Pradeep.
Yeah.
We do have internship opportunities, but we look for a little internship not for shorter duration, at least for 6 months is what we look at. Usually we have the campuses that we visit, where we offer the folks who have been offered by us to also do internship. That said, we do have internship opportunity, but the process is pretty much the same. It's as good as clearing our interview test and interview process to get through the internship with us. Does that answer? Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Preeth. There are also a lot of questions on some of the certifications that are available in the market. There are certifications which are purely online. I'm talking about certifications within data science and analytics. So the certifications purely offered online. There are programs which are of say full-time nature, where a student has to undergo a rigorous curriculum and then have clear those assessments and then get certified. Now, when it comes to some of the current job openings at BRIDGEi2i, what type of candidate would be preferred, in terms of their profile getting shortlisted for further processes within the recruitment cycle?
So I'll take that, yeah, Preeth. So I think firstly, thanks everyone for asking this question. I think it's very important to know what is your interest, right? Like we've divided and we said these are the areas, say into data science, what is the specific tool that you want to be an expert in. It's very important to do that certification in those specific areas rather than going across different multiple other platforms or any other. So similarly into the data engineering front, if you say nowadays it's cloud, that's more on that we are looking at. So why don't, maybe it's very important to have a certification on any one of the services, could be AWS, Azure, GCP, right? It's something that also we look forward in any candidate who wishes to apply for a cloud data engineer role. And also at the same time into web applications, like Ashwin rightly pointed out, how well versed are you on those technologies in terms of be it with a mobile app or on the web applications under React.js and from Python. So I think these are the core or the latest technologies that's currently boom, and that will also help you to apply for multiple roles here and get a better opportunity too.
Okay. Thank you, Veneza, for answering that question. We have an interesting question next from Shika Gupta. Now, she has mentioned that she has 12 years of experience in research and consulting with background in life science, and she currently holds a PhD in molecular biology. And she makes a confession that she has no coding background, but is now interested in transitioning to data science. And she happens to have completed a data science course and she's also learned R, Python, and Tableau. So she wants to get the panelists' opinion if this is a right thing that she's doing, and if there's any suggestions for her to venture into the data science sphere.
So I'll take that, Pradeep. So Shika, your strength, your knowledge in terms of life science and microbiology definitely useful from a domain perspective. But the organizations that you would really make a cut would be something organizations where healthcare is a domain that they service, or there are clients who they work with, which is in the healthcare space. And with that knowledge of your rich knowledge on the life science space, if you're able to now apply R, Python, Tableau skills to do analytics, nothing like it. Yeah, so it depends on getting that break in the domain as such. That will be a good break for you.
Okay. Thank you, Preeth. There are again a few questions specifically on the domains that you spoke about. There are questions on what kind of domains do data scientists or data analysts within BRIDGEi2i typically work on. A broad description of domains would be of help.
Yeah. So I spoke about industries, but cutting across the horizontals that we work with, we work on marketing, sales, supply chain, HR. These are financial services, insurance. So these are the domain areas which would consumer products, technology. So it's you will find the horizontals pretty much in all the industries that we are working with. Plus you have the industry expertise in the space of insurance, financial services, and consumer, and manufacturing and setups and stuff like that. So it's a whole lot of domain knowledge that you can pick up being part of BRIDGEi2i.
Okay. Thank you. The next question is from Shubham Kumar. Now he says he has worked for 2 years in NLP. I'm presuming it's neuro-linguistic programming and ASR, and he has basic idea in computer vision specifically. And he's keen to know if there are any openings on the side of computer vision now, or will there be something that will there be some openings on computer vision in the near future at BRIDGEi2i?
Yeah, Venisa would like to extend an offer as it is, but I will ask Venisa to address that question.
Yeah, thanks, Preeth. Yeah, said that definitely. I would love to. So yes, Shubham, I think we have a lot of open positions. I think not just being specific on computer vision, right from text mining to natural language processing and machine learning, we have a lot of openings. And also, moreover, how hands-on you are. What is the specific tools or those capabilities at what proficiency level that you bring in? These are the additional things also as part of assessment that we would do. So like rightly said, please log into our careers page. You will see a lot of job openings, roles that's very familiar or that would interest you. You can definitely apply for the role.
Okay. Thank you, Veneza. There are a couple of questions on the interview process or the steps that one will have to go through if they were to apply for some of the roles that has been highlighted, the data scientist, data analyst roles. Typically, what kind of processes or steps, if you could shed some light on those.
Yeah, sure, Preeth. Right. So once we get an application, probably we have a team that probably does a quick review on the resumes. We purely believe in not just doing, theoretical concepts, because we are moreover a company that works on building real-time solutions, right? So we provide, or our assessment mechanisms or different interview process would align towards the real-time case studies that would be given to you as part of the interview process. And how do you come up with a solution? What are the best possible technologies that, as per your expertise that you provide? A very good hands-on role, because throughout whatever role you play, be it a junior or at a senior level, it's very important that you're hands-on throughout. So we also have another next level of assessment on the technical skills, which will cover, giving you again a programming code and how do you, build an optimized solution to it. So that is our second level. And however, the third level, we don't just go by the technical skills. The most important thing to be part of any corporate is to have the right attitude, the right behavior, and also the willingness to learn, right? So these are the other assessments that's also important as part of a culture that we are at BRIDGEi2i. So that is the next level of assessments that will be done. And of course, the final counter will be with the HR team or the talent lead, trying to understand what's the best in class, or, in terms of, the discussion on what roles, on opportunities that's aligned. So these are the various levels of assessments that we have over here.
Okay. Thank you, Venniza. And on the lines of assessment, there are questions on, specifically on hackathon, kind of technical assessment. Is that something that is part of the process?
So Pradeep, I'll take that. So we do that in pockets. Sometimes when we go to campus, we do that. But that is also something that we will be introducing at least certain levels going forward as well. So it's a mix, depending on the area that we want and the kind of skill that we're looking at. Then we bring in the hackathon as a level for screening.
Okay, got it. We have another question from Vijay Raghavan. Now he's mentioning that he has about 10 years of experience in energy sector, but he's new to data science. He is concentrating to get a job in data analytics company now. Is there any way that his previous experience would be considered if he gets into the data science roles now, or will he have to start say from a fresher's role?
Yeah. So, Pradeep, like I mentioned, the life science question that we had from Shika, right? Ideal will be for somebody to get into an organization which has a requirement for in the sector that he's worked, which is energy related. So, which is where if he is able to apply his domain expertise and the data science skills that he's picked up, will be an ideal where the past experience will definitely be considered. But if you're starting with an organization which is completely doesn't have a domain of that area, then we'll have to give it a it's a 50-50. But if you have the flair for data, like I told you, if it is somebody who's exhibiting a flair for data, able to really solve problems, all this through our interview process, then you can get into an organization of the data science space, but it is completely left to the individual to know whether that is the individual's strength or not. and then take a leap on to moving into data science is what I would recommend.
Okay, okay. Similar to the question that about the hackathon, Syed here wants to know, as per many Kaggle articles, the Kaggle ranking also matters. And if so, then what kind of attributes would be looked into Kaggle if the Kaggle ranking is submitted?
Kaggle ranking will be definitely an advantage, of course, as long as the person is able to really tell us what kind of problem did he attempt at and what level he reached and how did he approach it. And he's able to really break it down and tell us that during the interview process. That matters the most, not just the ranking. Venisa, do you want to add anything else?
Rightly said, Preeth. And I think it's just another additional thing that gives you to add to your resume. Of course, how do you then apply it becomes more important for us. So these are the main assessments that we do. Like I said, it's all real time. So definitely not just being on top rank there and not solving the real time solution doesn't enable you, right? So I think that is what is more important, Syed. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Vanessa. I would like to ask, Ashwin, right? If you could give us, how your journey has been with BRIDGEi2i, if you could share that with us, because you started off as an intern at BRIDGEi2i and you have almost 5 years of experience there. If you could share that with our audience.
Thank you, Pradeep. So to start off as an intern, I think I joined the company when there were like around 30, 40 people in the whole organization long time ago as an intern. So my first job profile was mostly in terms of data engineering. Was majorly, and I'm very proud to say that. But starting from there, visualization aspects, and then actually I was interested in the algorithmic things of data science, going into machine learning, artificial intelligence, and creating our own algorithm in order to solve the real life problems. So rightly said, I got an opportunity to be a part of that, and from there onwards, like at least for last 4 years, I've been majorly involved in, with AI labs in developing multiple algorithms for solving some real life problems, which starts majorly on the anomaly detection front, which I had experience in multiple domains like IoT. Even there was some problem that we had solved in energy sectors in past. And then I was slowly, we started building some solutions. So currently, I've been working as a core member of a solution called as Watchtower, which ideally kind of as an amalgamation of anomaly detection, causal, and then graph analysis, etc. So I'm leading the graph analysis part of Watchtower now. So that's my journey overall. I'm very happy that I've got a taste of almost major part of data science as such. Starting from engineering, visualization aspects, and as well as coming into this AI space and making AI more real for people. So that said, yeah, basically it was more about my interest in the Scala program that we had actually helped me in building that necessary skills whenever as and when that's required for actually progressing my career. So that was a very good thing over here, because it's not like I've been termed as an SQL person from for long. So that has never been the case. It has always been like if I want to do something, I had the opportunity to learn. I had an opportunity to go and work on it and prove myself, and then proceed with that. So that has been my journey till now.
Great, great. Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you for sharing your journey at BRIDGEi2i with our audience. I'm sure it's quite inspiring to see how you have grown within the company, and the company facilitating your growth and your growing, your interest to learn new things, so on and so forth. So I think this is all the questions that we have from the audience. If there is any last minute closing words from the panelists, feel free to do so, please.
Sure. Ashwin, Venniza, you want?
So, I mean, definitely thanks for this opportunity, and thank you for all the wonderful questions. Hope we have, given as much as possible close answers, responses. Please do stay connected with us, not just as part of applying for a job role, but definitely just to know how or what better things or what are the different transformations that's needed in the current industry. And definitely you can join us, not just to make your career better, but to make better friends as well. So we are a very young, enthusiastic crowd. Like you can see, all of us are really glad to have been part of this session. Yeah, thanks, Preeth. Over to you.
Thank you, Venniza. Preeth, any final comments from your side?
Sure. So first of all, thanks, like I said, AIM for organizing this session for us. It's we are really actually bleeding, I would say, to hire. We do struggle to hire people, even though there are a lot of people who apply. It is difficult to get the right people onboarded, right? And given the current scenario, even the advantage of the current scenario is definitely we've been able to hire people from different cities as well. Having said that, I think this platform has really helped us to talk about ourselves and also discuss about the kind of opportunities that one can look forward, and also give an idea about what is data science all about. And it's not so difficult an industry to work in. Giving that clarity to people, giving some talking about BRIDGEi2i in a platform like this is definitely an opportunity that we are grateful about. Thank you for AIM, and thanks all the participants for coming back with those questions. And I hope we've been able to address all your questions. Thank you, Pradeep, for organizing this and being a moderator, picking all the relevant questions for us. And I'm glad you could, organize a session for us like this. Thank you.
Sure. So thank you, Preeth. Thank you, Venniza. Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you for taking time and addressing our audience. I hope it's been an interesting session, and hope we have been able to answer some of the questions that our participant had. I would also share the questions that the participants have asked with you all. If there is any further information or feedback that you would like to give the participants or the attendees regarding the questions, please feel free to reach out to them. So thank you once again, and have a nice evening all.
Thank you, Pradeep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.